y'all, it's Jules here. I'm here today to join you in journaling Isaiah 60 verse 1, which says, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord has risen upon you." We're going to prep our page with some clear gesso, and these are the products here we're going to be using. Some acrylic paint, just your cheap versions of the acrylic paints that you can get usually for 99 cents. We're going to be doing a family of colors in yellow, orange, and red because we're focusing on the light that has come. And so we're doing the yellow, orange, and red. We're going to use a stamp pad in a yellow, orange. We're using some Bella Boulevard and Illustrated Faith clips and tabbies. We're going to use some Wordfetti from Illustrated Faith and some alpha stickers, some of the type print and the homespun alphabet stickers, and then in orange and red to keep that color scheme going. And then we're also going to be using this Me and My Big Idea set called Mambi Sticks, and it's a big kit that comes in various colors. It's a big block letter set, so we're going to be using that. And we're also going to be using a washi tape that is from the Bible journaling line of American Crafts that came from Hobby Lobby. And it's actually an ombre color effect, but we're going to use the orange side of it. It has some hearts. But the star of our show today, oh, and this cute little paper clip that I made with some fibers. Here's the star. It is a toilet paper roll. What? We're going to be doing this, and I was inspired by Marimi Small Art, and I will link her YouTube video. You take a toilet paper roll and you just cut the edges all the way around. You see how I'm doing that? And here's one that I've already done. You cut it and then you press it down, and you can see I also took another one. Here's one that I did, and I made a dandelion out of it, and it's just a really cool thing to use. You get a beautiful effect with something so simple. I also took another paper roll and I trimmed it down and taped it so that I could get a smaller tube. So we're going to get started here. I'm going to put my Illustrated Faith Bible mat down, and we're going to gesso our page. This is a clear one, and the reason why I'm doing this is so that I won't get any bleed through on the back, and it will also prep my page so that I can just work with it, and I know that I won't get any bleeding or problems like that. So you just get it all over the page, just a thin layer, and then you want to dry it. Now it gives it kind of a little bit more of a tooth to the page. It's not real textured, but it does allow for your inks, your paints, everything to stick a little bit better. But this one is clear. You can get a white one and you can mix the colors. But you can see sometimes when you do things, you see through the pages and you get bleed through. But I'll show you later how we won't get any bleed through on this page. So we start off by getting our acrylic paints and we just squirt it down. We need to make about a 4-inch circle with a brush. And here's what we're going to do with it. We just take our toilet paper roll and we just tap it very lightly. And we tap it with the ink. We load it with the paint, and then tap it onto the page. And I did the same thing with the little one so I could get that center piece. And now we go to the orange, do the same thing. Don't want a real heavy hand. Don't want a real heavy hand on this, but oh, look at what's happening here. Isn't that cool? So we're making a sun here because we're focusing on the sun, Jesus, and the sun light that he has given to this dark world. This is a metallic red, and it's going to give just a little bit of shimmer to this, and it's going to be a perfect effect. Now I'm taking the small one and just giving some spatter. I love the beautiful color on that toilet paper roll. Now I blended the colors a little bit on the page where we were painting and mixing them because I wanted to do something with that later, make a tabby and make a tag. So look at this. This is beautiful. That's a perfect sun. So I took a sponge and I cut it in half. I like to take the big one and cut it in half. And I'm taking a piece of washi tape and I tapped it and just rubbed it on my hand to get some of that oil, because this is just going to be a mask for our verse. And now I take the sponge and the ink and I just sponge it all around the verse, around the washi tape, and then take the washi tape off. That way it highlights the verse, but we don't get the verse actually covered up. So I'm just going to place the letters here and there. I'm using the clear packaging to help me place them. What I love about this page is that it shows that something so simple and cheap and seemingly useless, like a toilet paper roll, so simple and ugly even, can be used to make something so beautiful. And that's what God does for us, isn't it? He lets us shine, and He makes a great light out of us, something that is so sinful and really kind of ugly, but He makes something beautiful out of us, like this page. And it's a stunning effect what this page is and what this toilet paper roll has done. And it's a lot like what God does through us and for us. So I just love the object lesson that this has given to me too. But it just reminds me so much of God and the light that Jesus is. You notice that I use the acrylic paint, the roll, to actually roll in, kind of like a rolling pin, to press the letters down. That helps. You can use your fingers, but it helps to have something flat that you can just roll. I'm outlining the letters because it just helps them to pop out, especially when you've got that red on red, like I do with the A and the R on Arise. So I'm outlining those. I'm going to do some hand lettering here just to finish the verse. So it says, "Arise, shine, for your light has come." And we're talking about Jesus here, and it's Jesus's light shining in this dark world. I'm just drying it. I'm going back over it with the darker pen. I used the 2.25 precision pen before, and now I'm going over it with a 0.5 precision pen. So it's just a little bit darker. And I'm going to underline the verse. You'll see me just pop it with the heat pen a bit. Now I'm not the heat pen, the heat gun. So now I'll go back to that page before where we blended the paint, and I made a tag and a tab just out of a regular tag punch and a tab punch. I'll provide a link for those. We place the word Fetty around on the tag and the tab, and I choose the words "Be our light" because that's what Jesus is. And I also want us to remember, I want to remember to be a light in this world. And then I use the words "Risen Savior" and Jesus, because Jesus is the risen Savior. And the verse says, "The glory of the Lord has risen upon you." And it is because Jesus has risen and He is a risen Savior that we have this promise, this light, and the darkness is no longer in this world. So I just play around with this. I was going to staple the tag, but my stapler wasn't working, so I put a dimensional on the back and then used my paper clip that I made and put it right there, and I like that there directly on the page. I use this washi tape and I anchor my tags up on the top, and I just place a little bit down at the bottom and in the middle, and then I write "Jesus is our light." I stamp the date, always like to do that, and then at the top I write the verse. So there we have a beautiful, stunning page using a toilet paper roll, and I'm so pleased with how it worked. If you have any questions or would like to do this too, please be sure to tag me, send me a pic, and leave a comment in the comment section. Share the video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks for joining me today in this Bible journaling process. Come back and see me next time.